What's going on, guys? It's that guy with movies back here again, and today's collection video is going to be my TV show collection, and this is going to be part one of that. I have it split into two bins right now, so I'll do a bin for each video. For right now, we're going to go through, this is going to be A to P and some kind of, just some random stuff at the beginning here. So without further ado, let's get started. I'll start with the more kind of miscellaneous stuff that I have. Just the stuff that I used to have in the closet in the old movie room, but I just kind of, never got around to kind of cataloging. They were just kind of stacked up in front. But the first couple things I have here, I do have more seasons in the next bin, are the two Entourage seasons. This is like huge. So we'll just, yeah, there we go. HBO has some really odd packaging, but I have 1 and 3 here, this is 1 and 2 of Entourage. I think I have season, I think I have season 3 part 1 in the next box, and then like season 7. But these are just the first 2 seasons, and these really kind of like big, huge HBO style boxes. I did not pay $4.50 and $5.50 for these. I paid, I think, $1 for them, so a pretty good deal. Unfortunately, somebody wrote their name on the first one's packaging. But yeah, I still got to get around to watching this show. I have not seen it yet. I do not have all the seasons either, but there are those 2 seasons right there. And then we have another kind of random thing here, just some random seasons. I don't necessarily have the complete series of pretty much everything, every TV show in my collection. But this is just one random season of Hell's Kitchen. This is the first season. Apparently raw and uncensored. But, yeah, you gotta love Hell's Kitchen. I used to watch this all the time when I was, a little kid. Just all the creative insults that Gordon Ramsay comes up with. But this is split into 3 discs right there. And, yeah, just pretty much anything Gordon Ramsay, I think, was good. Like this, Kitchen Nightmares, Hotel Hell, those were pretty fun little shows, I guess, to kind of unwind to. But, yeah, I don't, this is from, who's this from? VEI. I don't know what they've done, but, this is just season 1 here. I don't have any of the other ones. These are, impossible to find. I also got this one for $1 as well, so there's that. I bought that at Goodwill. And then the next 3 here, I do have more seasons of this in my other bin, is Walking Dead. So I have seasons 1, season 2, and then I have season 5 here in this one bin. Sorry, that doesn't really fit, but I'll just take these off camera here. But there is the first season. This is a 3-disc special edition, of course. All the episodes come on 3 discs, so it kind of opens up like that. And you have the episode numbers right there. And it also comes in a really cool, thicker kind of packaging. But there is the first season of The Walking Dead. And then I have the second season here. This one does come with the slipcover and everything. I did not pay $30 for that. But there is that one. And then I have season 5 here. I think I have season 4 in the other bin, so I still need season 3. I'm horrible at keeping track of, what TV show seasons I have, but there is The Walking Dead. And then the next one, I have season 2 in the other bin, so you will see these ones in part 2, is the first season of Silicon Valley. There are only 6 seasons of this one, so I still have to get the other ones. I just had the first 2 for right now, but this is just such a great show. I really enjoyed watching this one. Just really funny, really interesting premise that, works. And overall, just a really funny, great show from Mike Judge. Of course, Beavis and Butthead, Office Space. You can't really go wrong with that. And then we have a reality show, and I think this is one of the only reality shows in my collection, besides Hell's Kitchen, and that is Survivor. I have the first season, which you guys will see in part 2. This is one I got in the library. This is Survivor One World. I don't know which season this one is. It doesn't say on the back. It just says 6 discs featuring all 14 episodes. I'm not really seeing any info on exactly which season this is. But these are burn-on-demand titles that you can get off of Amazon. So they're kind of weird. They have you know, like these kind of purple discs, so they're DVD-Rs, but, you know, there's 1 and 2, 3 and 4, and then 5 and 6 right there. So there is Survivor One World. And then now we are getting on to, I guess you could say, another reality show, and this is Deadliest Warrior, which used to be on Spike. I don't really remember this show. I don't think I've ever actually seen it, but yeah, there you go. It used to air on Spike. But this is season 1 here. I thought this was like uncensored or something. But yeah, you got like Apache versus Gladiator, Viking versus Samurai, Spartan versus Ninja, Pirate versus Knight, you know, IRA versus Taliban, Green Beret versus Spetsnaz, Yakuza versus Mafia. So kind of some interesting scenarios right here, split onto 3 discs. So there is that one. You never see those ones anywhere, actually. And then the next one I have here is the complete first season of Kung Fu, starring David Carradine, of course. I think there were 3 seasons of this one, but these ones are impossible to find, so I was lucky to have at least the first season of that. And then I have another one that I used to remember when I was little, and this is the Spider-Man animated series. Unfortunately, they never released like season sets of these, I don't think, but they just have like these little compilation DVDs of each villain. So we'll just take a look at the first one here. This is the Ultimate Villain Showdown, featuring Green Goblin, Kingpin, and Dr. Octopus. So you just have a whole bunch of like episodes of the show, just kind of split across, you know, there's 4 episodes on here, split onto 1 disc. So that's what the first one looks like. And then we have the Return of the Green Goblin. I think I used to have like the Daredevil one when I was a little kid. But if we open this one up, once again, 4 episodes. So there is that. And then we have the Venom Saga here. So I'm assuming just ones where he fights Venom. And this one's not split into episodes. It just looks like it's one whole thing. But that's pretty much what it looks like. So we have the Venom Saga, Return of the Green Goblin, and then we have the Ultimate Villain Showdown. So I still need some of those ones to have that whole set. And we are almost done with the kind of more miscellaneous stuff. We have our first complete series for this video. We have Ash vs. Evil Dead, so that's Season 1, Season 2, and then Season 3. I kind of wish this show would have gone on a little bit longer, as mediocre as the last season was, with like some kind of really dumb like night subplot. I don't know, I can't really remember, but you know, the first 2 seasons are great. I really enjoyed those ones. Season 3, yeah, not so much. But yeah, kind of disappointing to see the show end, especially because it ended on a cliffhanger, so we'll never get to see what happened. And looks like Bruce Campbell is pretty much done playing, you know, Ash Williams, so that's kind of disappointing. And then the last thing I have here before the end of the kind of like miscellaneous stuff is this like Blade show. This is the House of Chthon, whatever. It's a TV movie, I think, but there is a show called Blade the series based off of the comics and the movies, of course. Wesley Snipes didn't come back for it, but this is the TV movie, I think, that started it. So there is that one. So now we will go on to the alphabetical stuff now. And I have quite a bit here. I'm surrounded by stacks of stuff, so we'll get started. The first show I have to show you guys is 24. So I'm starting off with Season 1. And this is the tin set that you guys see in a lot of these TV show collection videos that I do. It's the tin set with the little countdown clock. It doesn't work anymore since I believe the batteries are dead in that thing. And I just kind of never bothered to replace them. But yeah, this is the tin set here, so you just kind of open it up, and there's the inserts and everything, the backing card, the booklet. I've never gotten around to watching this show yet after watching Buffy and finally finishing it. I just kind of don't really have any interest in watching like super long shows, and this is of course one of them. And yeah, that's pretty much what it looks like, 24 Season 1. I'm not going to take out the whole thing. And then just put that over there. And then they stopped doing that kind of gimmicky sort of thing, and then they have Season 2 here. This is just the one that's in these big, huge honkin' boxes here. And yeah, there's 7 discs in here. It contains all 24 episodes. So yeah, tons of them, and they're an hour each. So there is season 2. And then I have, here is season 3. And just kind of taking a look at what that sort of looks like. We'll just take out and then the season 4 here, this is what the last one that they release in these big huge boxes. And after this one, they started putting them out in smaller boxes. So we'll just kind of move this forward a little bit. So starting with season 5, they started putting them in their own cases. Still 7 discs, but there are 6 discs in the season now. So that is what season 5 looks like. And then we have season 6 here. Fortunately, mine is not really in the greatest of shape, but that is pretty much what it looks like. And then lastly, when they kind of ended the show, we have season 7, and they started just kind of putting them in one case, so just this kind of clear one, and that's pretty much what it looks like. So that's pretty much what it looks like there. Or actually, there's only 6 discs now instead of 7, so it looks like special features are on disc 6 now. And then the last season of the show kind of technically was season 8, and once again, same thing is with the 6 discs there. And there is a look at the back. So there is a look at those 2. And then after the show ended, they did another little 12 episode little mini series called Live Another Day. So that's pretty much what that looks like. I think this one's in London instead of the States. So there is that. This one is only split across 4 discs. And then while the show was still going, they actually did a movie as well called 24 Redemption. And this is the 2-hour special event. And it technically only comes in at 87 minutes, so about an hour and a half. So I think you got around 30 to 40 minutes of commercials. So that is pretty much what that looks like. And that does it for 24. And the next one I have is just one random season of The Amazing Race. This is the first season. Once again, they didn't officially release too many of these seasons. I think maybe up to 5, and that's it. And they have 40 seasons of them, so there's a ton. Even I don't think the on-demand seasons have, I don't think they did that much. But yeah, also a really entertaining reality show as well. Kind of, I guess, more of a competition. But yeah, I really enjoyed watching this one when I was a little kid. Really entertaining, just seeing them go into all the different places in the world. I really enjoyed watching that one. And then the next one I have is another complete series, and this is Da Ali G Show, or Da Complete Series. And this one has a lenticular cover here. So we have Ali G, and then we have Borat right there. And this one was only 2 seasons long, so you have the first and the second season. And that's pretty much a look at the back there. Not too much to say about that one. And then the next one is, this one's kind of misplaced, Bizarre Foods with Andrew Zimmern. This is one that I got, I think, at the Reuse Center. And, this is only 2 discs, so you have Collection 1. Or this is just Collection 1, I thought it was Collection 2. But first disc, you have Morocco, Spain, Philippines, and Ecuador. And then disc 2, you have New York City, United Kingdom, America's Gulf Coast, and Mexico. So there's that one. It's from Image, apparently. And like I said, how it was misplaced is actually I have one more A show to show you guys. I only have 2 seasons of it. I just have season 1 and season 4 of Angel here. I don't know, I don't really see these too often, but when I do, I just kind of don't get them because they're $8 a season. I tried watching the show, I just really couldn't get into it. Not like the next show I'm about to show you guys, which I'm sure you can probably tell what it is by now. But that, I only have 1 and 4 of Angel. There's 5 seasons, so I still need to get 2, 3, and 5. And of course, the next show is Buffy, the Vampire Slayer. You gotta have this one on DVD or in your collection. So I'm going to show just 2 seasons at a time. But we have the first and the second season here. Just a phenomenal show. I really enjoyed this one. And like I said at the beginning, I just finished watching this one. I pretty much binged the entire, 3 seasons that I have left. But I started watching this one, I think, back in 2017, and it's taken me 3 years to complete. It's kind of long, I know, but, I finally got around to finishing it, and the reason why Season 1 is, in a smaller packaging here is because this one is only 12 episodes long. So there is Season 1, and then they started going to the 22 episode seasons, starting with Season 2. So there is that season. I'm not going to open all these, but there are the first 2 seasons. The first one's kind of but, they had a really strict budget and, not really too much kind of knowing what they were doing. Season 2 is definitely where the show gets better. Season 3, I think, is the best season of the show because you do have Faith and the mayor in the season, and it's just a really, really awesome season. 6 discs, of course, contains all 22 Season 3 episodes. So there is that one. And then I have Season 4 here, which was, I think, the worst season out of all of them, which is kind of ironic, following up the best season with the worst season. This is just a really kind of weak season. I do not like the initiative subplot at all, and same thing with Riley, with Buffy's boyfriend. I really didn't like him as a character, but you do get Hush in this season, which is a really fantastic episode, and I highly recommend watching that one if, as a suggestion to kind of get somebody into Buffy. But there is Season 4. And then here is Season 5, which is probably my second favorite season out of the bunch. This is the one that introduces Dawn into the series. But, Riley is still in the beginning of the season. And then I think he leaves, in episode 10 or something like that. But, yeah, also a really great season. This is where Glory is the bad guy. And then after that, that was actually the last season that was on the WB. They switched networks. They switched to UPN with Season 6 and 7. Season 6 is definitely a divisive season. I know a lot of people don't like it, but I kind of enjoyed it. It got off to a pretty mediocre start, but it got better as it went along. This is the one at the end of the season. You do have Dark Willow, which is, that was a really cool arc. I really like Willow as a character, and I really enjoyed Dark Willow as well. That was super cool. And then we have Season 7 here, which, in my opinion, is, I think, the second worst of the bunch. Just a really kind of slow and mediocre season, but it is saved by the last 3 episodes leading up to the finale. And the finale is great. Probably one of the better finales I've seen of a TV show. But that is the complete series of Buffy there.
I am the law.
I am the law!
So, as I kind of struggle to put these back in, there we go. And now we will keep going here. So I have a couple, whoa, sorry about that. I have a couple seasons here of Corner Gas. I have 2, 3, and 4 of them. And they also come in these thick cases. Season 2 is green. Season 3 is red. And then Season 4 is just in a gray case. But yeah, Canadian show here. I got this at the church sale, and that's pretty much what those ones look like. The case kind of opened for that one. And then I have just one random season of Cheers. This is the first season. I think I got this at Goodwill, I think. I'm not too sure. I can't really remember. But yeah, just the first season. I still have to get I think all the other ones. There's a ton of them. And then we go into the C shows now. So I have, this is one that didn't last for very long. This is Clerks Uncensored, or Clerks the Animated Series, which comes on 2 discs. And that's pretty much what it looks like on the back. And, yeah, this one only ran for, as you can see right there, this one only ran for 6 episodes. So I think you got 3 to a disc. So that is what first disc looks like, and then this is the second disc right here. So yeah, this one did not last for very long at all. I think they were supposed to do like a movie based off of that show, but they never ended up doing that. And then we have Cops here, so we have the 20th anniversary edition, all the best highlights and behind the scenes secrets. These are just like little 2-disc DVDs here. Once again, it's another reality show, but it's just so trashy and just really entertaining to watch. It's like watching a car crash in slow motion. But yeah, this is just a guilty pleasure of mine. This is the Shots Fired DVD here. Extreme danger, extreme violence, extreme measures. Yes. Includes over 15 added minutes and never before seen bonus footage that's definitely too hot for TV. So of course you do get probably some more like graphic violence and probably nudity too. And then we have Caught in the Act here. Real crime, real arrest, real chase. I just like doing that. But that's pretty much what these 3 Cops DVDs looks like. That's the only release I think Cops even had on DVD. And then we have another random season here. This is season 2 of Community. I do have season 3 in part 2, which you guys will see then. But this is season 2 here. Of course, I think the Russos had something to do with this one. They moved on from doing like a sitcom to doing the Avenger movies. And then the next one I have here, which is Falling Out. And this one is quite a rare one because I think this is only available on one of their websites. And this is the show Departures, this being season 2 of it. I don't have season 1, but this one was kind of a spur-of-the-moment purchase because I saw this one at Goodwill. It would probably be a pretty cool show, and just kind of these 2 guys going around to different countries or different continents and that. And it should probably be a pretty fun show to watch, but it comes on 4 discs here, so there's a look at that. And then the last ones I have here in the bin before I show you what was actually on top of everything. I have Everybody Loves Raymond, so I have Season 1, Season 2, and these are, once again, HBO releases, so they come in these really weird packaging. And then I have Season 9 here, so just some kind of random-ish seasons. So that was it for what was down below in the bin. So now we will move on to what was on top. So if I can get my bearings here, I think we're on F now. So I have season 1 of Fame. I have season 1 of Fame. I don't have season 2 yet. I think there were only 2 seasons of the show before they ended it. But if I open this up here, this one is 16 episodes on 4 discs. So you have 4 episodes to a disc. And then what would come after that? Probably Frasier. I just have the last season of that one, which I think was a Reuse Center purchase. And then we will go on to Friends here. So I have 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, and 10 of Friends. So I still need... We'll kind of figure it out here. So I have season 1. And then I have season 2 here. These are in pretty good shape, actually. So that's season 2. I still need 3, 4, 5, but I do have 6. And then I do have 7. So that's pretty much... They all kind of look the same, so I'm just showing you guys mostly for the front. And then I have season 8 here. And then finally I have season 10, and I still need 9. So I still need a lot of the seasons of this show, but I have a decent amount. So I still need 3, 4, 5, and 9 out of all those. And then now we are on... Oh, sorry, I think I missed one. This is Family Guy, but there are a ton of Family Guys I gotta show you guys here. So, before we move on to G, I'll show you Family Guy. So this is kind of a weird case. They split these into volumes when they were initially released. So volume 1 is seasons 1 and 2. So you do have the complete season 2 and season 1, which was only I think like 6 episodes. And yeah, all 28 episodes from seasons 1 and 2 on 4 discs. And yeah, it's a super old one. The reason why it looks kind of brand new is because I bought this sealed while thrifting. And then we have volume 2, which is season 3. And that's pretty much what the back of it looks like. This one has all 21 episodes on there. And then we have, they stopped doing like releasing full like seasons, and they started just doing like volumes. So this is volume 3, which I believe is what is it, like some of season 4 and then season 5. But that is pretty much what it looks like. This one has 13 episodes in there. And I believe these two seasons here, these two, volume 1 and volume 2, are, this was like when it was originally released, and then Fox canceled it, and then they brought it back because these DVDs sold so well. It's probably because you see these a lot in thrift stores. It sold super well, so they decided to bring it back, and then they did volume 3. And then the rest is pretty much history. So then we have volume 4 here. I know my voice is cracking a lot in this video here. This one's 14 episodes. This is just a really funny show as well. Kind of the more politically incorrect one. Like, if you like The Simpsons and then you watch Family Guy or South Park, it's the more kind of politically incorrect show. But, you know, still funny. But they still remain funny, unlike Simpsons, which really kind of took a turn for the worse. But volume 5 here, 13 episodes on 3 discs. And then we have volume 6 here, which has like this pretty cool little slipcover here. And that's pretty much what it looks like. This one has, I'm just trying to open it here. This one does not have very many episodes at all, because I believe, yeah, only 12 in this DVD release. Only 12 because this was when the writer's strike was going on, so they did not do very much for those ones. And then I'll show you guys the rest of the seasons that I have here. I don't have the whole series so far, but here is volume 7, which they started to do with the slipcovers and the regular size cases. So this is 13 episodes in 3 discs. And then I have volume 8 here. So that's pretty much what it looks like. 15 episodes in this one. So they're still going with the volume kind of scheme. And then we have volume 9 here. This one's a little bit more beat up because it got it at the pawn shop. And that is what that looks like. 14 episodes. And this is when they started to do the stupid bilingual thing. And then we have 2 without the slipcovers here. I have, sorry if I hit the camera, this is volume 10, which has 14 episodes again. Volume 11, which I believe had the Back to the Pilot episode or the multiverse episode. This is actually a whole season. So this is when they started to do seasons, but they still had the volume scheme going on. So this is all 23 episodes of whatever season this was. And then, once again, I have some with the slipcover. This is when they started to do them as seasons. I'm missing volume 12 and season 13. And those are super impossible to find. I don't think I'm ever going to find those. But this is season 12 here. This is when Brian died. And yeah, they brought him back like 2 episodes later. This was all 21 episodes there. And then I have, yeah, we go straight to 14 now. This is kind of like more like the Japanese kind of anime-ish style here. And it's got a pretty nice looking slipcover there. It's all shiny and everything. And then super plain with season 15 here. Kind of more of like a movie studio kind of thing. And this one has 20 episodes. Season 14 has 20 as well. And then I have season 16 here. So you have Stewie on a unicorn. And that is what that looks like. 20 episodes once again. And then finally, the newest season we have is season 17. This one just came out not too long ago. And once again, 20 episodes. So that is... Oh, you got a few more Family Guy things here. And this is more like kind of miscellaneous ones. So I have the Stewie Griffin, The Untold Story, which I believe was at the end of season 4 that they did these. It's the last 3 episodes of it that they compiled into one movie. And it's the all-new, outrageous, uncensored version. It's still got the slipcover and everything, but there is that. Yeah, it's like an hour-and-a-half long movie. And then we have the Partial Terms of Endearment DVD, which is a pretty controversial episode. I think it had to do with like abortion or something like that. And it's got a pretty like gimmicky looking slipcover here. As you can see, like it's kind of like torn. And then you have Peter right there with the red case and everything. And apparently it came with 9 downloadable Family Guy songs on there. And then finally, for my Family Guy collection, I have the Star Wars parodies, which they released separately. So this is the first Star Wars one that they did, which was Blue Harvest. And it's the collector's edition of it, which had like the t-shirts and the cards and everything. So that is what Blue Harvest looks like. That's, of course, a parody of A New Hope. And then they didn't do anything special with the other two. This is Something 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 Dark Side, which was the Empire Strikes Back parody. So that's pretty much what that looks like. And I have, finally, It's a Trap here, which was the Return of the Jedi parody. So that is what that one looks like. And that is it for the Family Guy collection. And the only... Actually, we still got a lot to go here, so I'll kind of go a little bit quicker. Actually, it's only half an hour that I did this for. The next one I have to show you guys is The Greatest American Hero. This is just Season 1. This is... I know, like, Mill Creek released these, but this is the Anchor Bay release, so you do have kind of a little bit more expensive looking set here. But yeah, really kind of corny show. Amazing theme song, though. One of the best TV show themes, I think. Then we have Greg the Bunny here, which was a show that did not last very long at all, starring Seth Green and Eugene Levy. And that is pretty much what it looks like on the back. I don't know. Yeah, 13 episodes, so this one, yeah, did not last very long whatsoever. But this one is complete. I think it was out of print at one time as well. Not sure if it still is, but there is that one. And then we have another series here, which is kind of controversial because of the ending for it, and that is How I Met Your Mother. I have the complete series of it here. I'm just trying to see how I can go about showing these. So I have the first season here, which was a pretty good season. I enjoyed this one. I've seen the whole show of this too, and it's really good up until, like, you know, like, it kind of really suffered the last, like, I'd say probably like 2 or 3 seasons. It wasn't really that great. But yeah, this one, that one was really good. And then we have Season 2, which was really good. Probably my favorite season of the show, I'd say Season 2. If you ask somebody like what their favorite season is of the show, probably Season 2 or Season 4. This was when the show was like really good. And then I have Season 3 here, which was a season I personally did not care for. This was also when the writer's strike happened, and they only did 20 episodes in this season, so it's the shortest one out of all of them. And then I have Season 4 here, probably considered to be the best season of the show. I really like this one as well. So there is that one. It's actually the only season to get a Blu-ray release as well. And then I have Season 5 here. Personally, my second favorite season of the show. I really enjoyed this one. A lot of classic episodes. Of course, the Suit one, which was the 100th episode. And then I have Season 6. Personally, my least favorite of the show. This was just an awful season. Just not funny at all. But there is that. And then I have Season 7 here. This one kind of went back up in quality, but it was still really kind of, you know, nothing special. And then I have Season 8 here. They did like these little editions. They just call it the Yellow Umbrella edition. This is the season where you first meet the mom. So that's kind of cool. And it also has a really good episode in there as well. And then we have Season 9. Yes, this is the... probably, yeah, this was not really that great of a season. It all, like, was in, like, one weekend and just not that great leading up to the wedding, and of course the finale when the mother died, and, you know, they kind of undid everybody's development, and just, like, yeah, it was... Ugh. But that is How I Met Your Mother. That's all 9 seasons of that. And now we've got a couple more shows for you guys today. I have one season of Kenny vs. Spenny. This is Season 4 here. These ones are out of print and kind of hard to find. This was on Showcase, which was a channel in Canada. Then I have Jag, Season 1. I don't know why I have this, and just... I don't know. I don't know why I have that at all. But the next show I have for you guys is Lost, and I only have 1, 2, 3, and 6 of Lost. So that's what the first season looks like. I did start watching the show. I never ended up finishing it, just because it's so long. Like, I think the first season's like 25 episodes. And then I have Season 2 here, The Extended Experience. So that's what that one looks like. And then I have Season 3 here, which was the last, like, kind of longish season. And then I have, lastly, the 6th season, which was also the final season as well. So, that is what that looks like. I really like these, like, covers that they did when it's shiny. And then I have a couple random seasons of Married with Children. I just have 5 and 6. So, those are those ones. And then I have Malcolm in the Middle, the 1st season, which is actually the only season that was officially released to DVD because of music licensing issues. So we never got the rest of the show on DVD. And then I have just a few more to show you guys. Mostly, I think it's just The Office and One Tree Hill. And for One Tree Hill, I've got 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, and 8. So I still need 4, 6, and 9 for the show. So there is the 1st season. You know, kind of like these teeny bopper kind of shows that were on the WB back in the day. But yeah, of course, Buffy is a lot better. Like, that was on the WB as well. But there is season 2. And then we got season 3. Once again, I started watching the show, but I never got around to finishing it. Then I got season 5. And then I got 7 and 8 here, when they all kind of grew up. So there is that. And then I have 1 to 7 of The Office. I don't have 8 and 9 yet, but we have season 1 here, which is super short. That's why it just comes in a regular case. There's only, like, I think 6 episodes in the season. So, yeah, that's pretty much about it. So that's season 1. Just put this aside because I'm kind of running out of room here. And then they started going to the long seasons here. This is season 2. And that is pretty much what that one looks like. I think they went to like 22 episodes. There was one season that's like super long. It's like 28 episodes. There is season 3. The first time they won an Emmy, it looks like, for Outstanding Comedy Series. Of course, you get a fresh-faced John Krasinski in the show. As Jim Halpert, of course. And then we have season 4. I think this is the long season. The one that's like almost 30 episodes, which is kind of overkill for a show. A show should be like, you know, if it's a sitcom, 22 episodes is enough. But like for a drama series, I think like 13 is, like even 13 is kind of pushing it too. But that's kind of the sweet spot, I think. Oh, season 5. And then I have season 6. This looks like it's the season when Steve Carell left. And there is that. Oh, no, sorry. Season 7. I think this is the last one when Steve Carell was on there, and I think Will Ferrell was on there after that. Another show I started watching, but I just never got around to watching it, or watching the rest of it. And then finally I have the 1st season of Punk'd here, with starring Ashton Kutcher, of course, that aired on MTV. And these come on 2 discs. It's just kind of Ashton Kutcher pranking celebrities. And that does about do it for my TV show collection part 1. So there's still a ton more to go. And I am just exhausted right now. So anyway, though, guys, that is about it for this video. So thanks for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment, share. Instagram and Twitter links will be in the description down below if you want to follow me on there. Also, be sure to check out my IMDb profile page. The link for that will also be down below in the description of this video to check out what I've been watching recently. Also, if you're new to my channel or if you're already subscribed, be sure to click the bell to be notified of future videos. A new video every Tuesday and Friday. So anyway, though, guys, that is about it for another quarantine collection, I guess you can say. And we will see you all next time.